Good morning and welcome. When your dreams bring you answers, certainly, you know, when you are trying to figure something out, and a lot of people have been there in your waking life, trying to figure out, what's the best course of action to take, what's the best thing to do, and why doesn't things make sense? And you can be pondering and pondering and pondering and pondering upon it and driving yourself crazy. And you just can't figure it out. But there's something to it. Hello there, Weldon. And you go to sleep. And during your dream state, good morning, you have dreams. And things play out in your dreams. And you're in there watching it. You're part of whatever's playing out in your dream state life. And somehow part of your conscience that's here in the waking world is there with you. Good morning, Mickey Honey. Grand Rising, good morning. So part of your conscience is there with you. That's here right now. You're in your dream's playing out. And you're seeing things unfold. Not like they did in the waking world, but it's like a behind the scenes look in your dream state. You get a behind the scenes look in the real world, and you're watching and you're listening, and then it's dawning on you with the conscience that you have in this waking life while you're in your dream state. Now I know why. Now I know why this is happening. Now I got the answer. Now I know how to do this thing. Now I know why. It's like the answers you seek at times can only be found not in this waking reality, but in the another reality, another state of mind, not in this state of mind, but the other dream state. It's like you're taken to a it's mind-boggling, really, if you think about it. How can part of your conscience be awake in your dream state with you in your dream state? How can it? But you get the answers that you're seeking. Now, I'm going to throw a cautionary flag up. Just because you dream something don't mean that it's really happening. I'm just going to tell you, because people have dreams and things are playing out. Oh, this is what's going to happen and whatever and whatever. Doesn't mean that it's always going to play out, because whatever you're focusing on in your daily life, really, whatever is really going around and around in that mind of yours and you're thinking about all the time, that's part of your consciousness is going to show up in your dream state. And chances are you're going to have some type of dream that would be relative to that, what you're feeling in your waking life. Good morning, Applebrooks, honey. You're going to have something occurring in your dream that's part of your conscious life somewhere. And you can have certain roles play out, certain things playing out. And then you think, oh, well, this is going to happen. It could be really far out there, but because that's what you're focusing on mainly. So truly, whatever you're focusing on, more or less, at times, oftentimes, this shows up in your dreams. Some people get nightmares because of what they're focusing on. They really do. But truly, if you're seeking for answers and you're coming from the right position inside here, your intention is clear. You may find that, like, if you have a job and you're trying to figure out how on earth am I going to get this to work, and you're just racking your brain, and you're just thinking and thinking and thinking. You come home exhausted and you close your eyes and just you relax, and there comes your dream, and part of your consciousness is there, and you're shown in your dream, this is what you need to do to get this to work. And then you sit up in your bed and you look around, because you sit up immediately after. You ever notice if you're supposed to know something, immediately when you're shown it, when the scene ends playing out in your dream state, you automatically wake up and it's fresh on your mind, and you feel, I feel like I was just there. It was so real. It's so real. Now I know what I need to do, or now I know what's going on. There's something to it. There really truly is. And oftentimes, if you're that person and you're trying to figure out, how am I going to get this thing to work? And you go into work and you do what you saw in your dream, how it was done, and boom, just like that. Or even problems in your life or things, how you going to do this, how you going to do that. You have that dream. You sit up in the bed, you look around. You go. You start doing whatever you saw. And boom, it works out. And if you try to figure out why, what is going on? I just can't put my finger on it. And you find out in your dream. Sometimes you find out in your dream and it's true, and sometimes you don't. You got to use wisdom and discernment. You really do, because we can want something to, we can be sure within our mind, this is exactly what's happening. And it's all good, and you dream, and then you keep dreaming, and your dream might show you something different. It might show you a nightmare, and you're not prepared for it. Good morning. It's one of 3 states, M9, of actual multidimensional realities. Thank you. You all, yeah. So that we do not lose heart, stay out of outer safe waste away your Corinthians. When you see the light, like an event horizon, walk through it, making you have passed. What did you see? You didn't want to bring back after. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Rebecca. Hello, Alexandre from France. Grand Rising. Grand Rising. So if the dream state is one of 3 multidimensional states, what's the other 2? We know the waking world. What's the other 2? Is it death? Because death would be considered as 1, 2. M9, what would the other state be? We got the dream state. We got the real world. Can you put down on here what you feel the 3 states would be? Because we want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. The physical. Well, that's this world. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? The dream. Okay, keep doing it. The physical and the dream. I see 2. And the astral. Okay, you astral travel. Okay, I got you. But sometimes the astral travel happens in the dream state. So how can that be? Is it crossing the dream state? Is it overlapping it? Because one would literally seem like the other. Yeah. Okay. The cosmic astral. Perhaps you ask, so how is it that your dreams can bring clarity to situations in your life problems? And sometimes dreams, you just can't think straight during the daytime, and because you wear yourself out, and you meditate, you pray, and then when you go to sleep and you wake up, you feel all refreshed. Your mind is clear. You're able to think a lot clearly to where you can do whatever it is you need to do, even though you do not remember dreaming anything in your dream state, but you wake up, your mind is clear, you're not anxious or anything, and you're calm. You know, that was one of the abilities of the Vril, in that book, The Vril. They had the ability to just, with their superpowers, touch the Tish's head, calm him down, just like that. And they had the ability with just the touch of their hand to clear their people's minds, to put them in a sleep. Now go to sleep now just by touching them. They had the ability to heal the people's bodies. And there was no like sickness or anything. I don't think I remember that happened there, because the agency of Vril could heal as well as destroy. It could. It was an energy force is what it was, an energy force, but you couldn't hold it in your hand. You couldn't. It was nothing solid or anything. It was like, it was like an energy that you could wield. It's kind of, the only thing I can think of is Dragon Ball Z, how he can just, he would whoop his hands up. We watched it with our children. It was really exciting with Goku. And he got that plasma ball in his hand. He whipped it up, and then he just, once he learned to master it. But your dream state, you all. Gina, don't get into Dragon Ball Z. I only watched that series back in Fort Meade when my children were in elementary school. We watched the ongoing saga until there wasn't any more. That's probably around a month. Yeah. Healing hands, that's right, has the energy in an Ambra. So how is it that our dream state brings clarity? Because it does, and it literally opens your eyes, and you wake, you sit straight up in the bed as you literally pop wide awake. When I woke up this morning, I looked in that mirror in the bathroom and I thought, oh, my eyes are red. I look like I've been awake all night long in my dream state. And I really do feel like I was awake all night long, doing whatever I was doing in my dream state. Because you could tell it. You could tell it under my eyes, and my eyes were red. And I thought, I haven't been playing with Rosie and getting her cat dander in my face, but it was wild. It was really wild. When you wake up and you look in the mirror and think, I know I slept, I feel good, but you look in the mirror and your face is telling, no, you look like you've been awake all night long. You look like you've been awake all night long. But you wake up refreshed. You're refreshed. There's something to the dream state. And there is truth in it. When they say just sleep on it, and maybe when you wake up in the morning, the answer will come. What it is you're thinking about, just sleep on it. You wake up and then boom, you get some answers. You get some clarity. You know what to do. Or you know what, you don't need to stress out because there's nothing to stress out about. It helps humans process what they struggle with during the awakened state. Thank you, Edwin the Crow. And Shakespeare did say the whole world was a stage. Yes, he did. Yeah. Where have you been all night? Working in the dream state. It's true, some people do. And sometimes you can remember what you're doing and sometimes you can't. Is there truth? Are dreams real? If you have a good dream and it's real, but what if you have a nightmare? Is that nightmare real too? Because you can have really bad dreams. It might be real in your dream state because it brings about those emotions, those feelings and stuff. The same emotions that you can feel in your daytime, you can feel in your dream state. Because it's like that part of you is you there. And have you noticed at the age you are in this world, when you dream, you take that age with you in your dream. You're not a different age unless somehow you time travel in your dream and you look back to when you were a little child and you see events playing out. Somehow. I've had some pretty interesting dreams, and a lot of you all have too. I'm looking back on one particular dream event. I think it's played out. It's played out. Yeah. You never see yourself in your dreams. You dream that you're in high school, the high priestess. That's interesting. Are you the same age when you're in high school? That would be interesting. You got coffee, some greetings, somewhere in time. I had coffee, and it was downstairs, but then there was too much movement going on. My husband is going to feed the birds, so he's making noise. Rosie's running around, and I had this one phrase in my mind, something about the dreams, and I said, I've got to go upstairs, because the longer I stay downstairs, my train of thought is going to slowly, slowly fade away to where I won't be able to harness the energy with that train of thought to focus. So I come up here in silence. Somebody got cold. You had a dream where you knew you was dreaming and you was cool. You was telling everyone that we were dreaming, but wow, Juliana. And you can meet people in your dream state, which is, you have people from the past coming up into your dream state, those who have passed before, and you have wonderful visits with them in the dream state. Isn't that, see, that's nice. And sometimes that is what is needed to bring like closure to your soul. And because you realize somehow it just brings a peace. It brings a peace. That's true. How can that happen also, you all? People come in and out, and if it's really one part of three-dimensional realms, like they say, we live in a 3D world. Is that what is insinuated when our world is multidimensional? Like you said, M9, multidimensional. And is the multidimensional the same thing as a 3D? We're in our 3D world right now. We're in the physical one right now living. But when this body's done, what state is your soul or your spirit going to? Is it going to the dream state? No. Is it going to the astral world? Don't know. Can't remember. I did. I'm just going to admit it, you all. I did some things you don't need to say, Gina. You just keep things to yourself. I will keep it to myself. I'm going to keep it to myself, you all. But there's something to the reincarnation. There really is. There's something to it. It's something to the lifetimes. I know one time I saw myself in another lifetime. And I was a colored lady. I saw my face come straight up to me. I remember telling that. I can say this because I'll tell that, but I won't say what I was going to say because I've not said that to anybody, so I won't tell that, what I found out. But it was like, I think it was like last year sometime, maybe the year before that, in my dream state. I don't know what I was dreaming, but I was out in my yard, standing in the position where I saw those gigantic winged beings, human forms with their bodysuits on. They had bodysuits on. You just picture a super hero with wings and bodysuits. But these were, I thought they were gigantic hang gliders with costumes when I saw them come out of the chasm in the sky and out of the storm clouds, because I was out there with my phone trying to get two suns. And the first one came out with great big gigantic black wings of a bird. They were feathers. He had a human body. He had a hat on. He had a reddish orange cummerbund. And on the bottom of his feathers, it was reddish orange. And he had boots on that were reddish orange, but they looked like the superheroes. And I thought it was hang gliders because I had to look. I said, why does he got a feathers? But I looked closely and no, it was a human-like form with that. And then it flew right over my head, probably 100 or 200 feet right over my head in my yard. And I was trying to take a picture. And then another one came out of the chasm, and then another one, the single file. They came out in a row, it was around 6 or 7. They flew over my head, they followed the one, and before they got to the end of my property, they vanished. They vanished in the sky somewhere. But I was standing out there in my dream state, and I saw the face of who I was in another lifetime. It was a colored lady, and my hair was short. It was short, and it kind of curled up right like that, because I thought, why is her face right here? Who is this? And I'm looking at myself in my dream state with everything that I've experienced thus far in this world. And I look closely because she's looking at me and I'm looking at her. I am. I'm sitting there looking at her like this. Because she literally is like, can you see me? She's right here. Just her face. And I'm looking into her eyes. And that was me. That was me that I was looking at. That was me. And I knew in my dream state, Gina, you don't know anything. It's my dream state, and I know what I felt, and I know what my eyes seen, and I know what my spirit, my soul felt when I looked into her eyes. That was me in another lifetime. In another lifetime. And if you're one of those individuals who say that stuff does not exist, well, then you need to think outside the box. We're not given all the answers in this life. We are not. We are not given all the answers. Even though that we are, look, my throat's starting to itch. I feel it. I got to calm down because it's going to try to keep me from talking. Even though we are taught and programmed, it's trying to start. Taught and programmed from a very young child to think a certain way. This is the world. This is how you are to view the world. Nothing beyond what you're told is true. This is the only truth. What you see, anything outside of it is don't exist. And yeah, our dream state can bring clarity. It can bring clarity to your life. It can give you the answer that you're looking for, and you'll know it in your dream state. You will know it in your dream state, because that part of your consciousness in this waking world is in that dream state too. For what you've been trying to figure out, that answer at work. How am I going to get this program? And it could be like computer programs. How am I going to get this one thing? How can I write this? How can I get these different types of things to work together to where I can get this thing up and running? And in your dream state, you're given the answer. And you take it back over when you wake up. The information is like downloaded into your being, and it didn't go nowhere, and you know it because you sit up in that bed. I know it. You get up out of that bed, you immediately start working on it. That's how fast the download, it's like a download that comes in. A download comes in and boom. It's like that, eureka. I found it. I know what to do. I know what to do now. You can get that to happen in your waking hours too, in your daytime. Something that hit you all of a sudden. I got it. I know what to do. I know what to do. I'm going to go. I am going to go back downstairs, you all. But there's something to it. Multi-dimensional, the dream state, the astral realm, and the waking world. It's this video is not for everybody. It's not. And if you are not going to allow your mind to expand beyond the perimeters of your thinking and what you have been taught, this if it's this may not be for you, but it's meant for you to hear. It's meant for you to hear. When I started doing this in 2018, I started hearing the most wildest things that literally went against everything I've been taught in church. Not everything. It rubbed me the wrong way. I think, okay, now I've got all this stuff inside of me that I've been told, and now you're telling me a totally different version. I don't know about that, and I don't know what to do with that information you're giving me, but I'm going to listen to it, but I'm going to keep it somewhere in the crevices of my mind, because what you're telling me sounds like hypocrisy. It sounds like blasphemy. It sounds like so far out there, you done lost your mind. I thought that of some of the things I heard. You done lost your mind. Let's fast forward 5 years afterward. No, I don't think they lost their mind. Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah, it does it makes a lot of sense now. It makes a lot of sense, and I can see how something like that would exist based on 5 years. 5 years. I'm going to go, so thank you for being on here. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, you all. I know it's early for a video and early to have a talk like this, but yeah, you can often find the answers in your dream state. When you wake up automatically, that makes sense. It makes sense now. This is what I need to do. This is what is happening. Not all of it is true, but if it resonates with your spirit upon awakening, if it resonated with you in the dream state and it resonated with you when you woke up and you felt at peace, then you've got what you were pondering about. You got it. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, you all. I knocked my hard drive down in the floor. I got to pick up my hard drive. Pick it up. Got a download last night. Yeah, I hope you all get some good downloads in your dream. Let's just say downloads, because there's something to it. And if it brings you peace and clarity and you don't feel all whatever, then great. It's perfect. You all, love you. Oh, please give this video a thumbs up, you all. Hit the subscribe button. You can join this channel too. I wrote the YouTube community sections. It has to where you can do a members only. I did a post last night saying welcome. I don't really do much with that, but I'm trying to get more engaged with this YouTube platform because they got all kinds of stuff that I don't even investigate, but I'm trying to see what's in it that could work. Love you.